Jackson, and this is BIMS Bites, and I'll be biting into shark tagging. So shark tagging is the use of tags to monitor, track, and locate sharks in their natural habitat and provide valuable data on population size, migration, habitat, use of sharks, and etc. So let's start with the history of shark tagging. The first large-scale shark tagging program started in the 1940s. It was the use of disc tags that was wired through the dorsal fin. Then later on, in the 1960s, it was the use of the plastic cattle ear tags called roto tags that was also applied to the dorsal fin. It had like a better hold onto the dorsal fin than earlier tags. Then later on, there was a development of dart tags. So the process of shark tagging is like the goal is to catch, tag, and collect data from the shark as quickly as possible. So first, you set baits for the shark so they can actually catch the shark. Then later on, you catch the shark, collect data, and then tag the shark. So there's 3 methods of tracking and tagging a shark: external tagging, satellite tracking, and acoustic tracking. External tagging is the use to determine how far an organism travels, and the data informs movement of species, and it's usually used to estimate population size. So within internal tagging, there's 2 types of tags. There's fin tags where you punch a hole through the upper half of the dorsal fin using a hole punch tool, such as this picture right here, and then a dart tag, which is applied at the base of the dorsal fin, insert into the muscle tool. Now, satellite tracking is the study of the long range and broad scale movements of the sharks. There's 2 main types: archival tags and fin mount tags. So archival tags, which are PSAT or PAT tags, which means pop-up satellite archival tags, are most commonly used, and it's attached to the dorsal shoulder muscle using a nylon umbrella dart or nylon anchors using tagging poles. And now the spot tag, called the smart positioning and temperature transmitting tags, are more difficult and more time consuming because it requires the tag to be fixed with bolts, washers, and nuts. Now finally, acoustic tracking is the examine of the movement patterns of an organism within the defined area. Passive acoustic tracking provides a long-term monitoring data compared to active acoustic tracking provides a short-term data, because with active acoustic tracking is on the boats with the boat following the organism. And usually acoustic tracking is surgically implanted, but sometimes it's externally on the organism. Internal transmitters, which is the one that is surgically implanted, the sharks become immobile and they make an incision of 3 to 4 centimeters in the abdomen with a scalpel, place the transmitter into the incision, push it until it's completely within the body cavity. Compared to the external transmitter, which can cause tissue damage, that's why it's not usually used as much, and is glued to the external fin tags using epoxy gel or secured to a dart tag. Well, feel free to contact me with any questions on my Instagram and email. And thanks for tuning in.